Everyone. My name is Upasna Karwal, and this is my presentation for Psychology 322. Today, I'll be talking about the psychological case study of Jennifer Pan. In this presentation, I'll explain who she is, why I chose her case, and two main psychological theories that help us understand her behavior. So let's begin. Who is Jennifer Pan? Jennifer Pan is a Canadian woman who planned the murder of her parents in 2010. She lived in Markham, Ontario with her parents. Her parents were very strict and expected her to be perfect, good grades, no dating, and constant success. Jennifer started lying to them about her marks and education because she was scared to disappoint them. When they found out she had been lying, her life became even more controlled. In 2010, Jennifer planned a fake home invasion with her boyfriend Daniel and friends, but the plan turned into murder. Her mother was killed and her father was badly hurt. She was later arrested and found guilty of first-degree murder and attempted murder. She is now serving a life sentence in prison. As you can see, these are her pictures when she was a little child, and this is her picture from her graduation that she faked, obviously. Why I chose this case? I chose this case because it highlights how emotional, mental, and cultural pressure from parents can affect a person's behavior. Jennifer's story is not only about crime, it is also about fear, control, and poor emotional health. Many children from strict families hide their feelings and start lying because they fear punishment or failure. I wanted to understand how her family, environment, and thinking patterns together caused such an extreme action. To understand her behavior, I I chose two psychological theories explaining Jennifer Pan's behavior. The first one is the cognitive distortion theory by Aaron Beck. So Beck explained that sometimes people develop faulty ways of thinking called distortions. These distortions make people see things in a false or unfair way. For example, they might think I'm always right or it's not my fault. In Jennifer's case, she started believing that if her parents were gone, she would finally be free. She told herself that she deserved freedom and love, and that this plan would fix everything. That is an example of distorted thinking, using false logic to justify a wrong action. Beck said this kind of thinking is common in people who act out of fear, anger, or guilt. So Jennifer's cognitive distortions helped her excuse her plan and ignore how wrong it was. My second theory is the attachment theory by John Bowlby. Bowlby explained that our early relationship with parents shape how we feel and behave later in life. If parents give love, warmth, and safety, we form a secure attachment. But when parents are cold, strict, or controlling, children can form an insecure attachment. They may become afraid of rejection or failure and start lying to please others. In Jennifer's case, her parents gave her a good life, a good home, but very little emotional freedom. She was not allowed to make choices or express feelings. This made her feel trapped, scared, and emotionally dependent. According to Bowlby, this is a sign of insecure attachment, where the person hides emotions instead of sharing them. This explains this helps explains why Jennifer lied for many years and could not communicate honestly with her parents. So my next slide is about the sources that I'll be using. These are the two scholarly sources I'm using for my proposal. First one is Bobby J, a secure based parent child attachment and healthy human development. This explains attachment theory and how insecure attachment can develop when parents is very when parenting is very strict or emotionally distant. The second one is by Beck. It's called Cognitive Therapy of Personality Disorders. It explains cognitive distortion theory, how faulty thinking can make people justify harmful actions. I use these to understand Jennifer Pan's emotions and her decision making skills. Lastly, in conclusion, Jennifer Pan's case makes sense when we combine both these theories. From attachment theory, her parents' strict control likely led to insecure attachment, fear of failure, secrecy, and trouble expressing feelings. From cognitive distortion theory, she developed faulty thoughts that made the plan seem like the only way to get freedom. Together, these show how family environment and thinking patterns can shape extreme behavior. So, this is my presentation, and thank you for listening to it. These are my references. Thank you.